All right, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Matt Modi here with Oddsjam. Still no NBA today. We have 2 more days left of no NBA today and tomorrow. NBA returns Thursday, so continuing the streak of being a hockey guy and giving you some NHL best bets for today. Hammering some NHL bets for today. To do a little bit of a recap, yesterday was amazing. I had 3 picks specifically for this video. Those picks went 3-0, so that makes it 3 straight days that I have had a profitable day betting on hockey and also on this video. So we're hoping to keep that streak alive today. I got 3 more for you guys that are really good. I will say real quick before I get into it, I would appreciate those of you who are watching this if you could like the video, and then if you have not already done so, subscribed to the YouTube channel. And then if you want to find me on social media, you can at my Twitter handle that is on the screen here, and we can get right into it. So using Oddsjam, using the positive expected value page to find these profitable NHL player props. I will say I'm not going to do a ton of detail specifically about like what positive EV means. I'm not going to go into a ton of detail on that. If you want the literal first 2 videos that I posted on this YouTube channel, my solo one, detail positive expected value betting in like 15 minutes of excruciating detail. So if you want to learn about that, you can. All you really need to know for the purposes of these picks videos is that everything is derived from these no vig odds that you see right here. So the way it works is Oddsjam pulls lines from the sharpest sports books in the world, removes the vig from those sharp sports books using a weighted average, and then spits out the odds that you see here under this no vig odds column. So long story short, you can view these no vig odds as the true line of what a market should truly be priced at, basically saying this is the most accurate reflection of this current market. In this case, the first bet that we are looking at is William Nylander to go under 3.5 shots on goal. So this is at plus 110 odds at bet365. So right off the bat, the first thing that I notice when I go through these, just take a peek at what the no vig odds are. In this case, they're priced at plus 104.19. So the gap between these two numbers, between the no vig odds and the odds of the bet we are placing, that is where your profitability comes from. And then there's a mathematical equation based on these two numbers that spits out this percent that you see right here, this 2.84%. This is your percent edge. This is your expected profit margin specifically for this bet. And again, it's calculated by just a mathematical formula taking into account these two numbers. So this is the bet. Again, William Nylander under 3.5 shots on goal. I already locked this one in at bet365. As you can see, locked in right here, William Nylander under 3.5 plus 110 odds. So everything that shows up on this page is going to be profitable, right? Like there's always going to be a gap between the no vig odds and the odds of the bet you're placing. What I like to do, and this is my strategy of how I've been able to use Oddsjam to profit, is if you just click into a play, like you literally just click your mouse, it pulls up where every sportsbook that is currently pricing it has odds for the market. And you want to make sure that the odds of the bet you are placing is truly an outlier compared to the rest of the sportsbooks. So in this case, again, we're taking William Nylander at plus 110 odds. So PointsBet is the only other book that has it in the exact same price as Bet365 at plus 110. But look at the other 3 sports books. DraftKings has it at minus 110. BetRivers actually favors the under. And when I say favors the under, I mean if you look at both sides of the line, they have the under as the more expensive play, which is them telling you they think that the under is more likely to hit. So BetRivers thinks that it's above a 50% chance that William Nylander goes under 3.5 shots on goal. And we are getting it for plus 110 odds. We're getting it for plus money, which means that if we win even 50% of our bets, we are profitable. And then Pinnacle has this at minus 109 as well, only charging 31 cents of juice on this one, which is pretty low for a player prop. So all in all, this one's really good. William Nylander under 3.5 shots on goal, plus 110 odds at Bet365. Next up, another one on Bet365. We have Jesper Bratt over 2.5 shots on goal. So this bet is at plus 100 odds. The Oddsjam perfect line prices this at about minus 103. So again, there is this gap between these two numbers gives you your percent of expected value, your expected profit margin, however you want to kind of define it where it makes the most sense for you, has this at 1.51%. And then if we look at the markets here, so plus 100 equals 50-50, which means that if you place 1,000 bets at plus 100 odds and you win exactly half of your bets, you are profitable. If you win over half your if you win half your bets, you're breaking even. If you win half your bets, you're breaking even. If you win over half your bets, you are profitable. So in this case, BetMGM and DraftKings have it as a 50-50 outcome, which is neutral for us, not good, not bad. PointsBet favors the under. That's against us. But look at BetRivers and look at Pinnacle. They both heavily favor this play going over. Not just favoring it, but they heavily favor it. With BetRivers having it at minus 130, the under at plus 100. 30 cents of juice difference towards the over. Pinnacle has the over at minus 123, the under at minus 107. Still favoring the over, not as aggressively, but still favoring it. And that's where these minus 103 odds come from, mostly because of how aggressively Pinnacle and BetRivers favor the over. And then if you click this calculator here, it'll actually give you the win percentage of the bet. And this is all based on the no vig odds here. So all odds have a win percentage associated with them. In this case, the Oddsjam perfect line prices this at minus 103. That equates to a win percentage of 50.75%. Basically saying, based on the Oddsjam perfect line and the sharpest sports books in the world, they deem this bet has a win percentage of 50.75%. And because we are getting it at exactly plus 100, which means if you win over 50%, you are profitable. Well, we are projected to win this over 50% of the time. That's where our profit comes from. So this is another good play, Jesper Bratt over 2.5 shots on goal. And then the last one that I have here is Brent Burns under 2.5 shots on goal. This is at plus 115 odds at BetRivers. So I also locked in the Jesper Bratt one, I should say. Locked that one in right here. As you can see, over 2.5 plus 100. I also locked in this Brent Burns one, as you can see right here, under 2.5 at plus 115. So I do lock in all of these bets myself. So I'm not just giving you picks that I am not also taking. So for this one, plus 115 odds at BetRivers, Oddsjam perfect line, pricing it at plus 112.43. Again, not a lot of juice being charged here for a player prop, only 32 cents. And then the win percentage for this one, the EV percent for this one is 1.21%. Your expected profit, your profit margin. Looking at all of the sports books that price it, show you why I like this one, this Brent Burns under. We are getting plus 115 odds. Pinnacle is the only book that's kind of close, 12 cents lower at plus 103. But look at the rest of the markets, right? Minus 105 at BetMGM and DraftKings, minus 109 at BetOnline. And then both PointsBet and Bet365 have it as a 50-50 outcome. And again, we're getting this at plus 115. So that means if we win 50% of our bets, we are profiting. So this 50-50 outcome is very, very good for our favor because of the odds we are getting at plus 115. And I will say, and then I'll end it here, I get a lot of questions about why would you place bets that are plus money if your win percentage is below 50%. And it's also, your win percentage is below 50%, but that also means you don't need to win 50% of your bets in order to be profitable. Depending on the odds, you could win 40, 45%, 47% and still make money. And in the long run, that is a much easier proposition than winning 55, 60% of your bets. The best sports bettors in the world win at a 55% rate because of the odds of the bet they are placing. So the goal isn't to win the highest percent of your bets. The goal is to be profitable, and an easy way to do that is to take advantage of plus money odds that you see here. You also need to understand sports are unpredictable. Upsets happen all the time. The Cavs came back down from 3-1 against the Warriors. The Chiefs were actually underdogs against the Eagles in the Super Bowl, and they were underdogs the week before against the Bengals. Think about the Bengals Super Bowl run last year. They were underdogs against the Titans and the Chiefs, won both of those games. So you kind of have to understand that sports are unpredictable, and just because something is the favored outcome doesn't mean it's obvious to hit. If that were the case, everybody would be rich sports betting. So betting on opportunities that are plus money will only increase your profits moving forward. But regardless, that is it. So 3 player props for you guys that I have locked in. Hopefully you are able to tail these and cash with me. And that's it. So appreciate everybody watching, and have a good one.